exploration. Define exploration however you want. So it does not have to be space. It can be. So if you have mastered the time continuum, like the matrix, we can do a matrix project. So if you've mastered that and you can bend time, then we can do a time bending experiment. But that is
the doctor about that.
yes. The second page that I've given you, this Phi Theta Kappa Honors in Action, our honors program, honors in action, blah, blah, blah. And it shows the process, the outcomes. It should be the back of the first page. Content and resources and the guide should be on there. Make sure you read this over, because that basically tells you what, in theory, we're going to be doing. So how exactly are we going to go about this? The third page, this step by step. This is going to be our Bible. If we're going to do this, this is our instruction manual. And yes, I know for all the guys in here, you're going, what's an instruction manual? So we need you girls to get us focused and use an instruction manual for once. I know I have to read, but we got to use this. So what we probably need to do is, this is not requiring someone to be here every meeting. It's not requiring you to do bunches and bunches of stuff. And I know we're recording this, but we probably need someone who would volunteer to do step one for us. Be our step one person. Because we need somebody who would write down what we're doing. So technically what I should have done before we even began this is we should have volunteered someone to start writing stuff down.
I'll do it.
Okay, well, that's fine. Or if somebody else who doesn't have a title or whatever, if you want to share it. But what we need to do is, so for example, you would write down January 28th. Yes, January 28th. We had some copies from the honors guide given to us, and we began discussing what is the honors program.
Does anybody else want to do it? I'll do it.
Perfect. So we began looking at the honors program guide, and we discussed, okay, we're discussing that the words frontier and exploration do not necessarily have to be limited in any way, shape, or form. So today we're just kind of looking over, getting familiarized with the information and exactly what it is that we're going to begin the process. And at the beginning of the process, we actually are starting with the instructions. So we're not going to be like most men where we rip open the box and start assembling. We're going to actually assemble by the rules. And hopefully we will not have pieces left over when we're done.
No duct tape?
No, duct tape is encouraged. We might need lots of that. So, and that we've picked persons to begin the process of keeping a journal / minutes / notes of what we're doing. Because at the end of this process, when you look at step 8, and step 8 will be approximately 1 year from today. Well, hopefully 10, 11 months from today. Step 8 will be where we sit down and we write out everything that we've done in about 2,500 words. So we got to take a year's worth of stuff, condense it into 2,500 words worth of information. The journal is where we're going to say, oh, did we do that? Flip through the pages. Oh yeah, on March 3rd, we did that. Cool. March 3rd is where we asked you to do some research. And you brought up the question and said, what about? And then a riot broke out. After order was restored, we answered the question. That type of thing would be in this type of minutes. And then that way we've got, when we sit down to write it out and it says, how did you come up with your topic? I'm not calling you or emailing you saying, do you remember? What did we say? Oh, let's write something down. We've got something there. So that's what we're going to do. So what we've got to do is we've got to next pick a theme. And I don't think we're ready yet. But I just gave you on the last page what the general table of contents are for the 9 themes under this topic. So, next week, I guess I gotta make it a firm deadline. Is that all right, Mrs. Vice President? Next week, a firm deadline. Come with, of these themes, your A choice, your B choice, and your C choice. And what we'll do is we'll probably just write the numbers 1 through 9 on the whiteboard here, and I'll say, who likes theme 1? One person. Who likes theme 2? 3 people. And we'll see by majority vote which themes, the top 3 themes of the group. And then we can go ahead and start going to step 1 still. What objectives are we going to do with this theme? So think Monty Python. The search for the Holy Grail. And you know what questions you must think about. What's the first question?
What is your name?
Perfect.
What is your favorite color?
Okay, no. So what is your name is which theme are we picking? What's the second question?
What is your quest?
What is your quest? On these themes, what is it that we hope to try to figure out? Then we worry about the wingspan of a sparrow. Okay? So those are the next 2 things that we have to do. We've got to, first of all, pick an overall theme. That's pretty easy. I mean, we could almost right now close our eyes and say, boom, that's our theme. But where's the fun in that? So pick out a theme that you like. And again, this is all online, so if you're not sure exactly what frontiers of temporal and spatial physics are, I have no clue. Read on the pages online what exactly is under frontiers of temporal and spatial physics, so that way if somebody says, you can defend your choice. So that's our goal for next week, is to pick themes that we're going to start with. Then after we pick the theme, then our next object will be to come up with objectives. What is our quest? Where are we going to go with this? So what would be cool to do if we picked political economy? Assuming that's not an oxymoron and putting political economy and the word cool together. What would be cool to do? What would we like to know? Then we start to process and say, okay, how are we going to meet those objectives? So we want to solve the exchange rate dilemmas between the euro and the US dollar. Nobel Peace Prize winners can't do that, but we're going to do it. So how are we going to do that? And then if you look at step B, 2B, how are we going to begin going after those objectives? So are we going to make you the king guru of research? Sounds like a great title. So if you're the king guru of research, what does that mean? Or the queen guru-ess of research, what resources do you think are the best for this? So whatever your major is and whatever your field is, what have your professors or whomever told you are the best sources for information in that field? And then you can see, then we're going to pick out leadership roles. So again, we're going to put you in charge of research. That doesn't mean you do the research. But we'll have a subset of people, and it's going to be your job to ride them hard. They're going to hate you. But it's going to be your job to say, have you done the research you promised me you would do? Have you? Have you? And then it's going to be also somebody's job that when we gather the research, so we'll pick you to be this person, to read the research that's been put together and decide, is the research any good or is it crap? You got something from Wikipedia. Are we on the right track, or do we need to throw that out and burn it? That's where we're going. So, I think we can install a step 1B in there. I still would like to, once we pick our theme, I'd still like to do a movie night just to kick it off for fun. Let's have some fun with this. But let's pick a cool movie, and we'll show it in here, or we'll show it somewhere else, and we'll move all the tables to the back, and you can bring in a beanbag chair or whatever is a comfortable chair for you, and we're going to sit in here and eat popcorn and bonbons and watch a movie. So, that's our objective. Yeah, bonbons. So, any questions on this? Now you can leave.